Chapter 7. League prelims take place over the weekend. Kiro invites me along, but I'm still not ready to get on a school bus, let alone stay on one for over 100 miles each way. Instead, I help my mom in her flower garden. She's bought pansies and vinca and gazania, verbena, impatiens and marigolds and sacks of potting soil. She's bustling about, uprooting dead plants and weeds and mulching new life into the tired dirt. She's late with her planting this year, and she shouldn't have waited. As the day wears on and the new plants get nestled into earth, her whole being seems to change. She hums. She blooms. Sherlock is out in the yard with us, gnawing on a stick. He seems content, too, ignoring the fluttering birds and occasional pedestrian. I think about the seasons, about the joys of spring, about the cold, hard days and long, dark nights of winter. I wonder if old people ever look back on their lives and see it in terms of seasons. Years of summer, decades of spring. I wonder what I'll see when I look back later in life. Looking back now, I see 16 years of springtime, followed by a deep, sudden freeze. I wonder how long this winter will be for me. I wonder how long I'll have only glimpses of sunshine. I wonder if it'll ever be enough to thaw the freeze, or if the ice will just soften for a moment, then harden again. My mother shakes me from my thoughts. "It's so nice to have you out here with me." She takes off her gloves and holds my face. "My family and my flowers. That's all I need in this world." I smile and try to hold on to the warmth of her sunshine. Chapter 8. Fiona qualifies easily for the league finals in the 800 and the high jump. I had no doubt that she would, but I heap on the praise anyway. "Congratulations!" I gush on our way to school Monday morning. I want to hear all about it. She's happy to oblige, but catches herself after a few minutes. "Is this okay to do?" "Of course it is," I say. But the truth is, I'm feeling like I really missed out. She glances at me. "I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot." "Hey, it's fine. I really want to know." I try to jumpstart her by asking, "So, did Vanessa dominate the 400? Fiona scowls. "Yes, and the hurdles. You should have seen her strutting around." "Yeah, well, what else is new?" She eyes me. "She didn't break your record, though, so nanny on her." I laugh. "Nanny on her?" "Yeah," she says, grinning. "Nanny, nanny, na on her." Then she adds, "Oh, and Meryl didn't even bother to show up. Kiro called her at home when the bus was set to leave, and her mother said she was sick." Yeah, right. But she wouldn't have qualified for finals anyway. "So, how can she say she's part of the team when she's always skipping out or not showing up? It's like cheating." During the day, though, I bump into Gavin 3 times, and Meryl is nowhere to be seen. So I start wondering if maybe I've been too hard on her. Maybe she really is sick. Then, at lunch, Fiona and I are heading toward the courtyard when we run into Gavin again. "Hey there," he says, looking maddeningly handsome. "Hey," I say back. "How's Meryl feeling? I heard she was sick?" "Yeah," he says. "It really knocked her out." He falls into step beside us. "Are you guys eating lunch in the courtyard?" No, I tell him. Actually, I look at Fiona. I want to see how Rosa's doing. I pull a goofy face. For some reason, Miss Rucker thinks us passing notes in math is a bad thing, and I really need to catch up with her. Which is true. I haven't had much of a chance to talk with Rosa since that morning on her porch. Fiona gives me wiggly-faced signals, but I ignore them. You can go ahead, I tell her. I'll catch up with you later. Then I turn down the walkway to room 402, but Fiona follows. And so does Gavin. Go on, I tell them. You don't have to come with me. Who's Rosa? Gavin asks. She's a freshman, I tell him. She's got cerebral palsy, Fiona whispers. She's my friend and a math genius, I tell them both, and give Fiona a scolding look. She's been great to me through this whole thing. I stop and shoo them with my hands. Go, I'll catch up with you later. But they don't go. They follow me. The room 402 gang is surprised to see all of us. Wow, Miss Wall says. Lots of company. Billy and Trent seem a little uncomfortable with the invasion. They turn back to their lunches and avoid looking at us. But Alicia and Penny don't mind. They especially seem to like that Gavin's there. Fiona and Gavin hang out while Rosa and I joke around. The rest of us have lunches from home, but Gavin doesn't, so I ask him, Don't you want to get something to eat? No, he says, I'm good. So I slip him half my sandwich, and half of my sun chips, and half of my apple slices. When lunch is almost over, we say our goodbyes to the room 402 gang, and on the way down the ramp, Gavin whispers, Can you really understand her? I could only catch a little of what she said. I nod. It was hard at first, but now I'm pretty good at it. It's like a dialect. It takes some getting used to, but you eventually figure it out. At the bottom of the ramp, he turns right toward the courtyard, and we turn left toward the 900 wing. Catch you later, he calls. And he seems to be smiling at me.